Hello, welcome along to this week's edition of Greyhound Gold. David Short and Brett Honey with you. How do we do, Badger?
G'day, Shorty. Going well and looking forward to another big week of racing. The weather might be cooling down, Shorty, but the action's certainly warming up. 4 heats, really good heats too, of the WA Derby this Saturday night at Cannington at Group 2 level. Good little card there Friday night. Hopefully we can find a few winners.
Certainly. Before we get into that, let's go back to our run of the week from last Friday night down there at Mandurah. It was, of course, the Mandurah Oaks final. And coming from box number 2, Sunset Serengeti begins really well, rolls to the top. We then see a little bit of pressure around it. Liptrix is looking to make a little bit of ground, as is Sunset Hornet, but down the back you can just see things are looking very nice for Sunset Serengeti. Continues to roll along. Sunset Hornet and Liptrix, they hold their spot, but they're never really looking like running down Sunset Serengeti, who continues to dominate the race up front. Goes on to win in dominant fashion. Runner-up is Sunset Hornet, and of course, back in third, Liptrix. Shy Emoji came from a mile back to charge home for fourth. 561, 1598, 26 and 98. Sizzling. Margins 2.5 by 6.5. Congratulations to Dave Hobby. This was a tremendous performance. She's now had 5 starts, track and trip. She won all of them. This was in stark contrast to the way she won her heat, where she had to come from a mile back in running, and that's against her pattern. I thought it was mighty the week before winning the heat just to qualify, and then this time around draws closer to the fence, gets a kinder map, and we get to see the very best of Sunset Serengeti. It was a stunning win.
Yeah, it was a complete performance, Shorty. Showed really good box manners out of the boxes. Really good first split. That set it up, and you just weren't running her down when she finds the front. She put the writing on the wall with some, sort of around the mark of 27 dead. A couple of, Thursday night sort of races has made that step up to listed level there at Mandurah that Friday night, and was a really good performance. She's gone 29.68 at Cannington, so heading towards the Group 2 WA Oaks. She looks really well suited, and won't be the last time we hear of Sunset Serengeti on this program, Shorty.
Certainly not. Let's see if we can't find a few winners for this weekend. Down to Mandurah Friday night. My best on the card, race 3, number 1, Jamie Keeping. Really capable type, Jamie Keeping. She's run into some steaming hot fields of late at Cannington. This switch back to Mandurah, where she's got a real penchant for the 652 metres, looks ideal. Box 1, back to her favourite track and trip. Yes, please, punters. I'll be getting heavily involved. Race 3, number 1, Jamie Keeping. Look for a bit of value on a tricky night to find it. Race 5, number 2, Hopeland. Strikes a really open race here. And look, this is not a chips-in job by any means, because there's a couple of versions of this canine, but when Hopeland steps and lands somewhere near them, it runs the sort of times that just wins this race. So it's speculative. It's certainly not a chips-in job. The first one is, but this one's a value play, something each way. Race 5, number 2, Hopeland. Who do you like?
Yeah, tricky enough card Friday night, Shorty. My best bet, though, was race 8, number 7, Hinto. Is the Mandurah Cup winner. Was a really good winner at Cannington 2 starts ago. And there's some good names in this race, Shorty, but I don't think they're anywhere near their best. Really interested to see what Sunset Callisto does from box 8 in this, but I think Hinto in the small field can sit relatively close here, and he's just a warrior. He's the ultimate competitor, Hinto, so if he's in the fight, he will be winning this race. For a bit of value, race 6, number 4, Kenya Kraken. I've been quite impressed what this greyhound has done over 400 metres, and drawn a little bit closer to the rail here. That will suit. There's not a lot of pace here in boxes 2 and 3, so I think he can find the rail relatively early here. If you look at his run homes, they're quite strong, can run around 22.20, so runs the times required to win this kind of race. Had a little bit of a chuckle in the race book, Shorty. $25. Are you going to give me $25 about Kenya Kraken on Friday night?
Not a chance.
Don't think we'll be seeing that, but anyway, it's a good enough field. You'll be getting a half decent price here. So race 6, number 4, Kenya Kraken to go. Race 8, number 7, Hinto, Friday night, Mandurah.
Yeah, just Hinto too. He's a dog that since Mandurah reopened, he's steps well at the track. He actually gets out of the boxes quite well. He wasn't probably known for his early dash, but Mandurah, those boxes, it tends to sort of sit top 2 or 3 in the run, and we know it's pretty strong in the back end. Geez, he's been a wonderful, consistent dog.
And he leads and wins. He comes from behind. He can go around dogs. He can go underneath dogs. He's one of those dogs, if he is in the contest, he wins. Yeah, that's literally how it goes.
Ultimate professional. That's a good on-topper for you there on Friday night. Let's have a look Cannington on Saturday night. I couldn't find value, so I've just taken a great all up. I reckon these two will both win. Race 2, number 1, Daddy's Girl. It's in a rich vein of form, this canine. Absolutely sizzling at the minute. It's been running really quick times, moves to box number 1. Should just be winning. And then later in the night, in one of those derby heats, Sunset Frazier has been beating our best free-to-all dogs, drops back to age restricted. I think the two together, you're getting around $3.14 or something. To me, that just looks a great multi for this weekend. I'm going to roll the two together. 2-1 Daddy's Girl into 5-6 Sunset Frazier, $3 plus, very juicy.
Keep it simple, shorty. Add another one to this one. Race 3, number 2, Sunset Serengeti. Just been speaking about. This girl comes back to Cannington. There's wide runners in boxes 1 and 3. The dog in 1's a very good beginner as well. So I just think Sunset Serengeti is just going to flop to the rail here. He's going to get the best run along the fence. Can run 29.68 here. Simple stuff for me. So that's race 3, number 2, Sunset Serengeti. For a bit of value, race 8, number 6, Sandy Bassa. Really good run last week behind Shy Emoji, and he just seems to be improving with every run, over 600 metres for Cosy de Casino, and importantly is starting to produce some better stuff early. It was around in the 970s for that first split last week. I think this dog can offset box 6, runs a fairly straight line out of the boxes, so he can sit somewhere towards the front of this pack. And really, I thought there was some pretty suspect form all around. This dog's gone well below 35 seconds now, and I thought around $6-7 that they were throwing around with Tap Touch. I thought that was a great bet. So race 8, number 6, Sandy Bassett to go. Race 3, number 2, Sunset Serengeti.
Yeah, it's really sharpened its times up, hasn't it? So you're just getting better with each run, and great trainer, Cozzy, and you can see the dog settling in, getting better all the time. So, yeah, once again, in form, Brett. He was seeing them well last week. I don't mind his tips this weekend. You should get some more very nice stuff out of the Honeyman. Plenty going on, too, if you're looking to get some friends along. Of course, Mandurah and Cannington, you've got another 2.5-3 weeks until the closure.
While stocks last.
Last chance before there is closure for track redevelopment here at Greyhounds WA Cannington. So make the most of that. Drop in over the next 2 to 3 weeks. But panic not, because of course it's all happening at Greyhounds WA Northam and down there at Mandurah Thursday night, Friday night. It'll be Friday and Saturday from about 3 weeks' time. So if you're a Thursday operator down in Mandurah, get there for the next couple of weeks. But Friday and Saturday nights will be the go-to down there throughout the course of the winter months. And I'm sure they'll be packing the place out, get in contact with the team at Greyhounds WA, and they'll show you a great time. That's us done and dusted for another week. Make sure you tune in again this time next week for our latest edition of Greyhound Gold.